Know who, but somebody in the history of the world said, I'm going to make a blueberry bagel. That person should have been summarily executed in a violent way. Hey everybody, this is Christopher Kelly, managing producer of entertainment for NJ.com, joined once again by our food dude, Pete Genovese.
Hey.
Good to see you, Pete. We are here for our weekly food chat. What's going on in the world of New Jersey food? Pete, some big news in Atlantic City where beef jerky...
I thought you were going to get into my 40-day fast that I'm just about ready to proclaim right now. I'm going on a fast for 40 days.
This is clearly the expression on my face is this is completely news to me.
This is the herring, or the white herring, or Atlantic City. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm a little lost.
I'm in a tempestuous.
Pete sent me off the rails already.
Yes.
None of this is on my cue cards. Pete, jerky is raining from the sky in Atlantic City.
Yes, and the first.
And by jerky, I mean
jerky, not the jerky boys.
Yeah, none of that.
None of that. Jerky, the beef meat stick.
Jerky, the beef.
The meat.
He was
stick.
a ruler.
America's favorite meat stick. The first ever jerky outlet. They made outlets for clothes, shoes, everything, dresses.
Banana Republic.
We have a jerky outlet in Atlantic City, which now I guess it automatically makes it the jerky capital of the East Coast. If you got a jerky outlet, it's part of the outlets in Atlantic City off the boardwalk. So it just opened about a month, and they're doing quite well from what I hear.
Explain to people first what jerky is.
It's meat stick. It's like processed meat. There was a funny video at our meeting I brought up that they did a Wired magazine did a video on, and you can look it up, on what goes into your typical Slim Jim, which is one of the major brands. And you may not actually want to know what goes into your Slim Jim. It's sort of like the three lowest classifications of meat plus mechanically separated chicken. I didn't think
and a box of salt.
Yeah, and a box. Yeah. So I didn't think chicken would be in your beef jerky, but apparently is. But this jerky outlet store has, I'm sure they have Slim Jims and Jack's Links, which is the major brand. But they do a lot of
sort of exotic.
Yeah, exactly. They have the straight beef jerky, from the cattle, and then the kangaroo and the alligator and the wild boar jerky. So 200 different kinds, combination sizes all together. It's the jerky lover's vision of paradise.
I'll tell you a true story. A couple of years ago,
true jerky story.
This is a true jerky story. I'm not a fan of jerky because my associations with jerky were Slim Jims, which you get out of that bag, and I find them too salty and just kind of gross. But a couple of years ago, my husband brought home venison jerky that a guy who had killed his own deer, hunted his own deer, made his own jerky.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah. You can go online. A lot of those, people that do the farms, that they'll make their own jerky, and that's the primo stuff. But again, this place in Atlantic City seemed like I talked briefly to the owner this morning. He has quite a selection, and again, Atlantic City, about the last place I would think to put a jerky store. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to go, Atlantic City, but apparently they've done quite well. These jerky fanciers from up and down the East Coast are descending on Atlantic City to the jerky store.
So you're going to head down there, try some of maybe more of the exotic rabbit or wild boar. I don't know. Rabbit jerky, like popped into
rabbit jerky.
You never know.
Yeah. I'll try as many as possible. Like
folks should look for NJ.com next week for your report on jerky. Meanwhile, the Munchmobile has been traveling around the state. Your giant hot dog topped van, taking readers to try all sorts of things. And this week you guys are headed to
bagels.
Bagels.
And it was actually we're going to start as just blueberry bagels only.
All right. Let me explain for the readers at home.
But I decided to go a little bit.
Somebody, I don't know who, but somebody in the history of the world said, I'm going to make a blueberry bagel. That person should have been summarily executed in a violent way by throwing bagels at them. A blueberry belongs in a muffin. A blueberry belongs in a pancake. For God's sakes, the blueberry does not belong
The rules of food, according to Chris
in
Kelly.
bagel.
Yeah,
And here's what happened.
10 food
I'm giving
commandments.
you.
There we
I'm giving
go.
you a whole history.
This is like number 3 or 4 on the 10 commandments.
As long as I don't put ketchup on your burger. After somebody made this ridiculous blueberry bagel, then somebody's like, "Oh, I'll make a strawberry bagel," and you get that hideous bright pink, godforsaken thing. I don't know
The
what it
blueberry
is.
bagel we had was like purple. It was like glow in the dark. It wasn't even blue. It was like this purple. Somebody described it as violet. We had the munchers had different descriptions for it. But again, if you start making, no blueberry, that means no like maple, no French toast.
No, I disagree.
None
I
of
disagree.
the outre flavors.
No,
Well, yeah,
I disagree.
It's a slippery bagel slope.
It is
once
not.
Once you
I
go,
think
once
the
you
line is very
Once
clear.
you ban the blueberry, everything else goes out the window except like cinnamon raisin. And
let me ask you this.
And what was your? Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you
Salt
this.
bagels.
I'm getting salt are delicious. That's a different story.
Will you allow salt bagels in your
Of course,
closed
that's
universe?
my favorite bagel.
Okay.
Does pineapple belong on a pizza?
No.
I rest my case. I rest my case.
no.
We all know the line.
Well, I just
There's
know-
a line. We all know which side things belong
Yeah,
on.
I think bagels, it's a little bit more blurry. Yeah, I think
No.
it is. Because you go into any bagel shop, they're going to have 20, 30 different kinds of bagels.
That's
And they're going to find people that, they don't put the bagels out unless they sell them.
That is a moral failure on the part of bagel shop owners
You tell the
who
owner
don't
that.
have the
You tell
integrity
the
to
owner.
say no to this ridiculous
You're accusing
trend.
bagel owners of lack of integrity?
Ridiculous trend. Tell me about some of the good bagels you ate that I hope were not blueberry bagels.
Well, we ate 8 stops. It was a good day. We started crack of dawn. We were up here. I mean, the sun was just coming up over the parking lot
Because
out
that's
there.
when the bagels are warm.
Well, you have to. And I warned the munchers that we're going to start early, and I think I was half awake when I showed up here this morning after my long drive up here. But so 8 stops, 4 in North Jersey. It was clear a North and Central Jersey showdown. We didn't get a lot of suggestions for South Jersey, so we did well. 8 stops. The first stop, I mean, we had some big names, and those big names didn't do too well. I mean, this whole summer, the Munchmobile has been the sleeper picks. These sort of out of the left field, coming out of left field. It happened in the Thin Crust Pizza showdown, and it will happen in our bagel. I'm not going to reveal the winner now, but our winner was a place that I know a lot of people haven't heard of. Our first stop was a very well-known place, and they didn't do too well.
Do we see a lot of stylistic divergences in these bagels? Some doughier, some less doughier.
I was writing the story earlier, and that's actually the lead of the story. You must have been looking over my shoulder because
that's how I get my editing done.
I mean, I'm not sure any food has as much textural and taste possibilities in a bagel.
Sure.
Big, small, chewy, crunchy. The flavors are different. There's just so much in that plain old-fashioned bagel. There's so many taste and texture possibilities. So you can get it your own way there. However you like your bagel. And it was clear from the munchers that some like the chewier. I mean, I like a chewy bagel with a little crunch there, and you could tell just by their comments how they like their bagels.
Cream cheese or butter?
I'm a cream cheese guy, but we had a lot of buttered bagels. Yeah, this was definitely a buttered bagel bunch. They love butter on their bagels. Yeah, I never accept because butter usually, and if it's toasted, it just gets a little too soppy and greasy. Not greasy, like oily. Yeah, cream cheese or plain. I was boring on this trip. There's nothing like a plain egg bagel to me. I just don't put anything on. Every time I've been going to the same bagel store where I live for 11 years. Every time I say, "Give me an egg bagel," and they look at me like, "What do you mean, like egg on the bagel?" No. The egg bagel, give me one of the egg bagel. I have to sort of explain it every time going to, because it's so plain and ordinary. But there's nothing like a big, fat, chewy egg bagel that actually tastes like egg. And we found one on this trip, and we had tried one at every trip. But anyway,
I have no opinion on the matter. I could go butter. I could go cream cheese.
You have an opinion on everything.
No, this is the rare thing. This is the rare case where I think
you don't care.
I actually like it both ways. I'm bi-bagual, if you will. I will go butter. I will go cream cheese, depending on my mood. So yeah.
Now, cream cheese, or are you going like some?
No. You can't. Those flavored cream cheeses are just the scourge of humanity.
Kale,
no, disgusting.
Cream cheese.
More processed. Cream cheese processed enough. Don't
your favorite bagel was? You revealed this
salt,
last week.
Salt, yes, but I
salt bagel?
can't. It is a salt bagel, but I can't have too many of those. So then we drop back down to egg. In third place, bronze medal to the pumpernickel, an underrated bagel.
Oh, you'll find them everywhere. You know, Black Russian pumpernickel bagel. Sure.
They're underappreciated. Pete, what's next on the Munchmobiles agenda?
Chili dogs.
Okay, I don't eat them.
Yeah,
that's just too much.
Well, you don't eat hot dogs.
I don't eat hot dogs. I'm not a hot dog guy, and I'm not really a chili guy. And you combine hot dogs and chili, and
chili,
it's just
chili, or just chili on dogs. You know,
either,
two different things.
Either. I know.
There's so many things you don't allow in your.
I know.
World.
I have very sort of doctrinaire feelings about it. But tell me why you like.
It's more like
why?
Closed mind.
Oh, my mind is very open to all different kinds of food.
So chili dogs, a particular favorite of mine. I mean, if I go to any hot dog truck or place, I'm going to order a chili dog.
And we're talking meat-based chili.
Sure.
No beans.
Some do and some don't. I mean, there's always ground meat, obviously.
And that's on top of your hot dog,
yes,
with some cheese or mustard or no condiment. Sometimes you get it.
People have them different ways. I just like the straight chili dogs and raw onions.
Raw onions.
Yeah, raw onions. Got it. Raw onions in the chili dog. That's absolutely nice roll.
Okay, so you're in a Munchmobile with 5 people, right? 6 people, however many that you're driving around, and you guys are eating chili dogs all day.
I can see where this is going already.
Does
no, the windows don't roll down.
I wasn't even going that way. I actually wasn't going that way.
I always crank up the air conditioner whenever it happens every once in a while, but I crank that air conditioner up. But the windows don't roll down. I wish they did. So, but you were asking.
Wow, I wasn't even going that way.
Yeah.
I was going more of the isn't that doesn't everybody get a little that's a lot of one chili dog is enough for a day. You have 5 chili dogs. I would just there's a lot of belly aches.
Well, again, the two
moderation is everything.
Two most important words on the Munchmobile: pace yourself. I've given that lecture for the last 17 years,
and no one listens.
They usually listen. I said, and when it's important, it's not just a matter of being stuffed. It's when we hit the last stop or two, I want you to still have an appetite.
You want to be
fair. It's not fair to the last place if you're not going to eat. But and I tell them, don't eat a whole bagel, don't eat the whole hot dog. Just take a piece. I always bring my Swiss Army knife or the official Munchmobile set of knives, and we're always chopping things up. So that's really important. But some people won't listen to me, and they'll have a hot dog in every place. And then I wish we really could roll down the windows. But chili dogs, and well, before we go, chili dogs, you could say. We're born in New Jersey. Chili dog or Texas, also known as Texas Wiener, either Patterson or Plainfield. They both sort of claim title. And again, I made this argument about a month ago when I did my list of 25 best hot dog joints in New Jersey. New Jersey, could argue New Jersey is the center of the hot dog universe. We have, North Jersey, because Italian hot dog was born here, the chili dog was born here, and we probably in North Jersey have more damn hot dog places than any other place on earth per capita.
All right. Well, maybe next week
I'll bring some back to the office
on
next week.
Our video chat.
We'll
we can
convert you.
I'll try on chili dog. I don't think it's gonna work out.
Put a blindfold or something, and
it's just there's too many things going on. It's a hot dog, and then there's chili.
That's it. That's 2 things. You can't handle more than 2 things.
It's like take 2 things I don't really like and put them together. It's not going to make it into something I suddenly love.
I think you need to free your mind, and the rest will follow.
All right, we'll see. That will be next week's experiment when I will try some fantastic New Jersey chili dogs. Until then, this has been Christopher Kelly,
Pete Genovese
for NJ.com.